Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Phraya Pichai, presenting Polock. Seeing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Langka Muay Thai, presenting Eoin McDonnell.
Amateur Muay Thai action, 76 kilo. Andy Polock out of the blue corner representing Phraya Pichai, taking on Langka Muay Thai's Eoin McDonnell, fighting out of the red corner. Oh, he almost sneaked through with a head kick, Mark.
We could hear the crowd cheering, big cheer for the Langka fighter as he walked out. Oh,
huge sweep. That was borderline disdainful in its execution.
Again, very confident. McDonnell throwing the jab to the body and a snapping back leg tip. Love that. High confidence shown already from both fighters.
Changing things up nicely. He opted to release the leg and throw the kick there as opposed to the sweep.
Oh, and the confidence even of both guys to stand toe. They're standing in middle distance. We haven't seen this yet. They're not even in. They're obviously in kicking distance, but they're in kneeing and boxing
range. Yeah. Working the body very well, changing the levels and frequency of the shots.
Fantastic. McDonnell showing up. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. He's already got two very nice sweeps in early. His sense of timing on the inside.
That was a very clean kick. Again, the technique on those kicks, turning the hip over. This isn't just a gracing upward shin shot.
Yeah.
Nice check from Polock.
I've seen Polock even with good head movement, seeing that teep coming to the face. You kind of feel like Polock hasn't been allowed to show his best style yet.
It's a, with the greatest respect to Polock, it's a very loose guard.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a space there, in the middle.
Yeah, again, as you said earlier on, it's the jeopardy that the crowd sometimes love, but as a coach, you're shouting, keep your hands up. But in saying that, we've seen Polock change his hand position from at his chest to his hands in a very good long guard framing position. So,
you get the feel like we saw in a previous fight, a lead uppercut to straight could be fortuitous here.
Yeah. Polock didn't really put any venom into that lead hook, and we can see.
Oh, hey, speaking of venom, that was a quick fire straight shot from McDonnell, sorry.
Again, I'd like the shot selection of Polock was very good lead liver shot, but there wasn't enough power. I think if he does that again, I think McDonnell's probably going to make him pay on the counter. You
get the feeling that both these fighters still have a lot left in the tank. Haven't quite shown their full hand just yet, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's funny, sometimes some fighters don't. They compete at throwing 70-80% of shots. Maybe they don't go to 100. So let's see if Polock's style allows him to throw big, heavy shots, or he just keeps a high volume pace up.
The output is a little bit snappier now from McDonnell as it was in the first round.
I like McDonnell's kick to the leg and then a stabbing teep straight away. Yeah, that stabbing was great. I'd like that stabbing teep of McDonnell to be a little bit snappier. That can really take the wind out of you. Again, Polock with a low guard, as you mentioned in the last round, but he gets his hands up quite fast.
Is that almost done intentionally then, to entice your opponent on this shot, perhaps?
There is certain traits in fighters that takes years to get out of. And if your fighter is more comfortable with their hands down, like watching amateur boxing, sometimes you're at...
Well, I competed with my hands down for the specific reason that you tried to entice your opponent into walking onto your shot.
And there is a level of a fighter figuring out what style suits them.
Yep.
And we have to allow that. A really good fighter, what they also have is they have autonomy.
Great point.
They make decisions in that moment. And obviously Polock has done this so many times that he feels this is the best way to defend against McDonnell right now. But again, McDonnell's changing from rotational shots to shots straight down the middle, which is very difficult.
Nice shot to the body.
Again, it seems like it's a 2-for-1 every time. Polock throws one, McDonnell's thrown 2-3 shots back.
What I'd like to see is Polock, once he lands his shots moving, what seems to happen is he lands his shots and he almost anticipates his opponent is going to throw and braces for that as opposed to moving away.
Yeah. Again, and I like Polock's style, a very traditional Thai boxing stand and bang, but that means you have to be the strongest person in that interaction. Now again, McDonnell's not throwing the heaviest shots, but he's doing enough, and his shot selection is varied.
There's some nice work there from Polock to finish the round, but yeah, it's both Muay Thai fighters, but a definite clash of styles, so to speak.
And a little bit more energy, yeah, we're seeing it there. That's what Polock needs to do, press more. That's it.
I like what McDonnell's did there, though. He gave him the eyes, he looked down, then fired off a jab. But again, the output now from Polock.
Now he has to keep that going.
Yeah.
And even now, he probably needs to press McDonnell for a standing count, depending on what way the judges see it.
That's a stiff shot.
That's the problem with starting off too aggressive. You generally don't see it lasting 2 minutes.
Now again, it looks aesthetically, it looks like McDonnell's not putting a lot into these shots, but they're popping the head back.
Yeah.
There's a deceptive power associated with the shots here that McDonnell's throwing.
Absolutely. He has a little snap into everything. A snap in the knee and a snap in his teeth, a snapping teeth, almost like a front kick style kick.
It's that snap at the last moment.
Again, two very advanced fighters. This is a very high level
That's a
amateur match.
very entertaining, yeah.
Again, I can see these guys going into C class very soon.
We're quite literally watching them problem solve as they fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is what I think what really good fighters do. They try to solve problems, like I was saying earlier on, in that moment. Oh, great kick, throwaway, and score. Another thing, I suppose, in the scoring element is what judges are looking for is composure and balance. So rather than just swinging shots in, especially if you look at high-class Thai fights, A-class and abroad, they keep their balance really well. They check if they're blocking a kick, they don't get knocked off balance. And the two guys, but especially McDonnell, is showing fantastic technique and balance. Oh, great step in, lead knee. Again, coming from the Langka corner, obviously a high fight IQ, he knows what scores. He's changing levels and angles. I really like this style.
And you know, a lot of the time, you'll see fighters almost like blink and wince when they're in there.
Yeah.
Laser focus from McDonnell, a composure and calm. It's just fantastic to see at this level.
Brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go into your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored the bout in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner. Please hold your applause for his opponent and in public.